me.
Don't drop a bomb on me at 5 a.m. because I am going to wake up and my brain cells are not going to function.
You're going to take off like a rocket.
Rocket.
You do.
You know, it's like Jamie said the other night. Where were we when Jamie said?
Metro?
No. Was it at Metro?
Or y'all had a date too?
Me and Jamie and Amy went out on a date. And so it might have been then that she said, just even if, because we were talking about personalities, we were talking, and she said, well, if you're ever in a heated conversation and Ashton's involved, you don't have to say anything because give it a few minutes and she's going to say exactly what everybody's thinking. And I was like, yeah, you
just let her do it. She feels okay about it.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, that's why everybody hates me, though, because I'm the one who says
You're
what
the one
everybody is
say
thinking.
it. That's right. Nope, I just like to get my popcorn.
Whatever. Sometimes I'm like, anybody got my back here? Is anybody going to say anything?
Like, I do. I have your back right over here.
Yeah, and Jamie's over there like, you're doing great.
Yeah.
And Heather's over there like,
can we all just get along?
No, Heather's over there like,
I'm going to take notes right now.
Well, I actually know more, but I'm going to let her just have this one. Yeah. I'm going to let her have this one.
Yeah. Probably need to turn off that blur.
What in the world is going on here?
Petty all the time. Okay, wait. How do I... Wait.
This is a great intro, actually. I'm glad it's recording. No, this is it. This is why. No, this right here is exactly why.
This is why we can't have a podcast.
This is why we can't have a podcast.
Okay.
Just get
Okay, I'm
with
stopping
me.
and then starting over.
Oh, we're starting over. This is Ashton.
And this is Jen.
And this is why we can't have a podcast.
Hello.
And welcome to This Is Why We Can't Have a Podcast. I'm Ashton. This is Jen. And we are exactly the reason you should not start a podcast.
Yeah.
Because we are...
fly by the seat of our pants.
We are definitely fly by the seat of our pants.
So
we hope everybody had a great weekend.
Yeah.
It's Monday. Thank you for listening to us.
Yes, thank you.
And
we love you.
It has felt like spring.
I know the weather.
The weather has been phenomenal.
It is
giving me Maine, Boston weather.
Yeah, it's just
like very like 70.
Oh,
just
clean, crisp, beautiful.
Sun coming
out. The Lord
out.
is blessing us.
Yeah, I guess.
I love it. So beautiful. I mean, I feel a real pull to sew ruffles and shit like that because it's spring. Which is part of my.
What is sewing?
Well, it's part
ruffles?
of my salty and sweet line that I'm working on that I told you about.
What does sewing ruffles have to do with spring?
Ruffly clothes, girly pink, ribbony. You don't think of like coquette, ruffly pink.
Coquette? What is that?
Spring. The bow stuff is called coquette. Coquette. Coquette.
Okay, so
that's the design.
No, spring doesn't make me think of
ruffles.
Ruffles.
I guess I think of like all the little girls wear those little dresses with the Easter.
I think you think of Easter
on their butt and stuff. So you do think of
So when I think of spring, I think of in my top 5 movies. 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. Obviously, your sister Tina has now watched this.
Yes.
She said she did.
She did.
So she'll know exactly what I'm relating to when I say this. It makes me think of the song. So so you say when you marry in June.
Oh yes.
You're a bride. And so it's talking about June brides. It's a June bride song. And so anyways, it's like, animals giving birth. Like it's like, fresh starts, like fun.
Circle of life,
like
new
flowers. Because my favorite have come out this week, daffodils. Like they're everywhere right now. And my Aunt Rachel, Uncle Dean, and Tobin and Josie went riding around the golf cart the other night, and they brought me back some because I know those are my favorite daffodils.
You know what my favorites are?
What?
Naked ladies.
Of course they are.
I love
Why
those.
am I not
red
surprised
ones
that you're
so
a
pretty.
naked lady?
I know. Why they gotta be called that? It's my favorite. When I see them, I'm like, I love those flowers.
Well,
I was so sassy.
I was telling Aubrey today, because she loves daffodils too, because my kids.
Aubrey.
What the heck is wrong with you?
It's gonna be our word of the year again this year. Every time I think of her, when I want to order something for her, it's gonna say Aubrey. It is all over her.
You are on one today. You are on one today.
I know.
So,
I've got a lot of creative juices going right now.
Yeah, I would say so. So anyway, what I was saying is that my kids have grown up knowing that they like my favorite flower is a daffodil. And so they've seen my mom bring them to me every year, Jacob pick them for me, whatever. And so in our Amazon cart, Jake and I shared an Amazon cart. And I've never taken out the stuff he had saved in the and daffodil bulbs, like to plant them are still in the Amazon cart where he was going to plant them at the house we were going to build.
Yeah.
The house that will not be built.
The house that the Lord built and Jake's building in heaven.
He better be building me a house.
Oh, he's building one heck of a house up
because
there.
Because if it, hopefully, I mean, as much as I miss him, I do not want to see him anytime soon.
Well,
and so hopefully,
by the time up there, he's got hired help now.
Hopefully, by the time I get up there, that house is built.
I mean, it'll be built to the best of their ability, and that's pretty good.
Naked ladies, really? That's your favorite flower?
I love those because they're so bright and pink red. They're like a not red, not pink.
To me, they remind me. The color is like a grapefruit.
Yeah, well, they're very corally. Oh, I just love them.
You don't really see a lot of naked ladies.
I know. That's why they're sort of rare too, and they only come out for like a couple of weeks in, like October or something like that. Yeah,
daffodils. It's like
elusive.
It's like 2 weeks. They're gonna.
You don't see them, they're gone.
They're gone.
Yeah, and it's very quick.
And I don't know if I read this somewhere or that just made this up in my head because I want to like romanticize things.
Yeah,
but I think I remember reading or either making this up that if you see a bunch of daffodils, like in one spot, kind of by the road, things like that, that a house used to be there.
Oh,
like back in the old days.
Yeah, because someone probably planted them there.
Correct.
Yeah,
and so they were saying like a lot of the old homes, like if you see. Because if you go down to any, like, if you look at any old historic homes, daffodils usually are around them.
Yeah, yeah.
And so
that was big, I mean, yeah. And even at the house we lived at right down the street, there was by the tree, there's some daffodils somebody planted. They come back every year. So it's like,
I freaking love them. They're just, and they smell good. They're just pretty. And so we've had a lot of like that weather lately and it has been
I know it worries me about what spring's really going to be like in Tornado Alley.
I'm just hopeful.
I'm going to be hopeful too.
But I'm going
to try to make enough money to get a storm shelter soon. That would cure all of my problems. You know this, right?
No, it would not.
Yes, it would.
How
because
does a storm shelter
a place to go,
cure your procrastination?
No. It's not about that. It's my fear.
Cure your lack of
security.
finishing a project.
Safety and security.
A storm shelter
it doesn't help with any of that. It helps with my safety and security, which is my mental health and peace of mind.
How's a storm shelter going to help with your
because
habit?
If I have better mental health and peace of mind, then I can get more of that stuff done, and it doesn't have to be spent on worrying about a tornado. There, boom, drop the mic. Oh, that was a good answer, man. That was really good.
What?
It was. It's true. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Me and Justin are about to automate some stuff. I'm telling you, you know how hard I've been working on that. And I finally ran into some tool this last 2 days.
We were supposed to record last night.
Oh.
And Jen texted me and she's like, I am on an AI journey. I cannot. And oh my God, all I can think of is Kel's going to kill you.
I woke up at 7 a.m. this morning back on. Because I went to bed about 1 a.m. It's back on at 7 because I found this tool that helps you write the code that you need to make things happen automatically for admin stuff. And you know that's been the bane of my existence. And so it's really holding us back. And so now more than ever, and this is what the Lord does, okay? This is how the Lord provides for us always. Is that every time that we get in a real tough spot like that in our business, every time we've been running it since 2009 together, me and Justin. So every time it's like a stressful situation and a change has to happen, the Lord dumps it right in my lap. You know, it's like, it's hard work, but here it is.
But here we go.
And I'm like, all right, then I'm going to work 24/7 to change our life because this will change our life. And if I can change our life with a weekend of work on AI, Lord, I will sing the praises of ChatGPT for the rest of my life.
What I feel like she's saying though is give her a storm shelter and she can make it happen even more.
Probably I could do it with better focus because I wouldn't have to focus any energy on fear.
How many tornadoes does Sulphur Springs get a year?
Every year there's a threat. Every year there's threats. Yeah,
did you hear that?
There's threats, but there's 10 to 15 threats. So you got to sit there with your butthole drawn up for every other week, knowing, okay, here comes a storm. They might be coming my way. It might be hidden. Okay, it's gonna go down that highway over there. All right, well, here we go.
I don't know what crack you took today.
Oh, I didn't. I have not been AIing all day, man.
You are
I've been
so
right here in this bed. I just took a shower.
ADHD and like
It's because my brain is fried. It is. I've been having to think so hard. Oh my God.
I'm actually a little speechless. I really don't even know what to say. And
it's because my creative juices are flowing on overtime.
I mean,
I'm telling you right now.
how do we benefit from this creative juices as a friend?
I mean, once I get this stuff done with the AI, I'm gonna have way more damn time to do podcasts. You're welcome.
And a storm shelter.
And a storm shelter. By God, I'm getting one.
So speaking of fears, I ran across something this week, and it was, obviously I love psych and all that kind of stuff, like creepy facts. I've, been down the Epstein files path. I've, started, oh, by the way, like I watched, let's before I go into what I was going to talk about, let's take a break. I mean, take a break from that just real quick, because I watched on Netflix, because, again, like I love a good documentary. The America's Next Top Model documentary.
Oh, I haven't watched that
Okay,
yet.
it's 3 episodes. You should watch it.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Because I wasn't super into America's Next Top Model, but I remember Tyra being a total hose beast.
Okay, but here's the deal. I wasn't super into it after like season 4.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like
it got old.
It got old. But I will say, the things they talk about are, you would like.
Yeah.
Because it is like crazy.
That's real stuff that happened.
Well, because
that's what I love. Again, when you go back.
It's the people who went on there
and tell the real story.
They come back and they're telling the real story.
Those are the kind of documentaries I like.
Well, it's 3 episodes.
I'm gonna be watching it tonight.
And I watched it.
My butt off.
I watched it one night.
And watching
the night. I think I watched it Wednesday night, and I was so. I mean, obviously, we knew that it's not all that it appears to be.
Right,
it's an illusion. We know that. I've read The Sister Wife. I've read, her book.
Like we know.
We know that it's not real. We listen to podcasts, all that kind of stuff. Okay. But just like watching and thinking that these girls actually went through this, and then like what.
And none of them became famous except for like one.
Well, and then like what the judges and their friendships, like, you just need to watch it. It's so good, guys. Watch it.
I've heard a lot about podcasts.
It is, and I will say, and now I've got to start the JFK Jr. Carolyn Bassett's love story on Hulu.
Someone was talking about that too.
Because obviously I'm obsessed with the Kennedys, and one day we will have a whole episode about the Kennedys. Because I do believe
you'll have to run that one. I know nothing.
Do believe that they are cursed. You will never convince me that family is not cursed.
Let's do a full-on Kennedy breakdown. A Kennedy curse.
Need to have
Let's do a Kennedy curse breakdown for Halloween.
We need to have Jinjin on for that one, though.
Yes.
Jinjin definitely needs to be on for that one.
Okay, so tell her to start preparing for a Kennedy-themed curse breakdown.
In October.
Got Kennedy curse breakdown.
Jinjin's listening. Trust me, she listens. She is our number 1 fan.
I love it. So, I love you.
The thing is though, it people have said it's really good. So I have that on my watch list.
Okay, I'm gonna watch that.
I'm excited about watching it.
Yes.
But anyway, so I was thinking about like kind of on that Tyra Banks America's Got Next Top Models documentary. I was thinking about all the like crap that those girls really did have to go through.
Yes.
And it's really
those things they said to him and stuff, and the way
just
they
like
cut their hair.
Well, not only that, just like the psychological.
Yes. Yeah, it was real mean.
They put them through.
Yeah, it
because
was ugly.
Unfortunately, which cracks me up, because Tyra is not a small person, and it really was. She was a curvy girl. Like, for her to think that the stick thin, but again, that's that 2090s.
That is what it was.
That's what we were supposed.
Low rise. You don't have any hips. You don't have any.
Skinny,
you have
skinny
thigh gap all the way down.
So I ran across something, and that got me started thinking, and of course, then I like had to dig down into some psychological stuff. Okay. So here are the 10 dark, less talked about psychology facts that feel uncomfortable because they hit too close to home. Okay. Number 1, your brain can become addicted to stress.
Oh, yeah.
Like it can become addicted to it.
Yeah, because it's a habit. It's habitual.
Correct. Long-term stress raises cortisol so often that calm can feel wrong. Some people unconsciously create chaos because their nervous system reads peace as danger.
Yeah.
So,
I know some people.
I know people. I was about to say, I do know people. And I do have to think that sometimes I think I feel that way because, like, I'll make comments every now and then. I'm like, okay, things are going too good.
Yeah.
Like,
chaos normally surrounds me. What's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the dark cloud?
Yeah.
like, in fact,
You're
I kind of
pessimist.
had a anxiety attack last week, and I even told a friend that I worked with that I like it almost like made me anxious for people I love to like go anywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I was
Gotta get out of my
like
sight.
please just stay where I can keep you
Yeah,
safe and stuff like
yeah.
that. And again, a
Because
lot
then Hot McSteamy died after James Vanderbeek. What's happening?
mixed to me, which he had
They all had
ALS.
it. I know
So
they all had
it,
the bad
but the
stuff,
thing about it
man.
is like I think that's what got me kind of
Yeah.
anxious was
They're
thinking about like
young.
how young they were. So, anyways, so I thought that was interesting. Number
Yes.
2, the brain remembers negative experiences more vividly on purpose.
Oh.
So bad memories are stored with more sensory details because your brain is trying to protect you.
Mhm.
Trauma sticks not because you're weak, but because your brain is doing its job too well.
Yeah, fight or flight type.
So
You gotta
it's
remember the
like, hey,
danger. That was dangerous, remember?
well,
You better be scared of that.
correct. I mean, it's like our kids.
Yeah.
When you
Create fear.
I think about the movie Inside Out,
Oh, yeah.
where they're like, she's getting close to the
Yeah.
edge, and they're like, come back.
That
And I
movie
think about
was
that.
great. That first one was so
I
good.
love Inside
I
Out
loved it.
because in my brain, I think about the scene where the mom, and if y'all have never seen Inside Out, it's a Pixar, I think. I think it's Pixar. And it is so good. It is probably I actually probably enjoyed it more than my kids did as an
Yeah,
adult.
because it was real. It was
'Cause it's
enjoyable
real.
for an adult.
Well, 'cause
Yeah.
it's a real life.
It's
That's
about
actually
emotions and
correct,
stuff,
emotions.
though, yeah.
So, but the scene where the mom and the dad and the daughter are sitting at the table and she's throwing attitude, and the dad's people are like, it's like you're in a
control room.
and the mom's people are in a control room, and they're like talking to each other without talking to each other.
Yes.
And I really think that's what our brains
I do
like in my head. I think that's what it's really actually
we take
like.
signals from people.
Correct.
You
It's like,
are
I'm
sort of
looking at you.
doing that.
Stop
Like,
doing this.
aren't you on my same page right now?
Are we not going to agree on this? Yeah. And so,
love it.
but I do think that someone this week's like, do you think that that's what's heaven, like what heaven is like? Like they're
Like,
at
you hear everything.
well, they're at a control table and they're like, look at mine go.
Yeah.
Like, look at her go. Look at her driving. Oh God, I get look away. Look away. Look away.
I hope it's dramatic and fun like that. Maybe everyone can.
I always
Aubrey
tell the girls,
hopes Dad's not watching.
well, what's so funny is I always tell the girls, I'm like, remember, Daddy's watching.
Yeah.
Always,
That's a good one.
and I can't control that one.
It's a good threat.
So number 3, emotional neglect is harder to detect and harder to heal than abuse. There's no event, so the brain can't process it properly.
Yeah.
People often grow up feeling empty, unseen, or dramatic without knowing why.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do we suffer from emotional neglect? Because we're pretty traumatized.
I mean, depends on the day.
Yes, I probably do.
Am I to do it today?
Number 4, your brain can confuse anxiety with intuition. Hypervigilance can feel like a gut instinct. When you've been hurt before, your brain scans for danger constantly and calls it being cautious, which obviously we know.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we do. It's our way of trying to protect ourselves.
Right.
Number 5, the brain prefers certainty over happiness. People will stay miserable if the outcome is predictable.
Yeah.
Uncertainty activates the same brain areas as physical pain.
Oh. Yeah, it's true. That's why you stay so long in bad relationships and stuff.
It is.
It's just
And
the
like
easier
it's
thing
like
to
we
do
get so
sometimes.
mad at people sometimes. I mean, do you mind? Sorry, Aubrey's our entertainment now.
Yeah.
We're
We're
taking her to dinner afterwards.
Hear her, though.
But the thing is that I do, and I know people who have stayed in relationships that were unnecessary.
Yeah.
And I tried to always be supportive of what they needed. Like because
you just gotta support them anyway.
Well, and nothing makes me so mad. And obviously I don't have this issue. You don't have this issue now, but at times in our life before marriage, we did have this issue where you didn't want to tell it. Well, even in our marriage a little bit, I'm sure, I don't know about you with Justin, but me with Jake for sure. Like, you don't want to tell your problems to people because you don't want people to
not like them because of
an issue.
Yes.
Because you're really never going to leave that
private
person.
between
and it is,
you.
and you're never going to leave that. And what if you want to go back? Like, I think of people who break up with someone, like a teenager.
Yes.
Like, they break up with someone.
Yeah, you know all the bad stuff.
You know all the bad stuff, and then they go back, and it's hard to not remember the bad stuff.
Yeah, and you can't just be like, oh yeah, I do love him just the same. I sure do.
But again,
that's why you have to hold that stuff close to your vest and only tell your closest and only the people you can really trust that you know that they
Correct.
want you to
Correct.
succeed. They
Correct.
want your relationship to succeed. They want you to succeed.
Number 6, you can emotionally detach without realizing it. Disassociation, which this one is not foreign to me. Disassociation doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like numbness, sarcasm, chronic busyness, or never crying. That is me to a
All
T.
those, yeah.
I detach very easily
Yeah.
emotionally.
Yeah.
Like, I can be like, but I think that's healthcare too. I think
Yeah.
Jake used to say, you already were like that, and then you went into healthcare.
Yeah. And so you just
healthcare
applied your
definitely
superpower.
changed you.
Yeah.
Because it does, because you have
do
to
that.
emotionally detach.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like teachers have to emotionally detach as well, though. Like, I don't feel like it's just healthcare, because I can't
No, it's
imagine being a
teachers
teacher
too.
and watching a kid who you think is being abused come in your classroom every day, or who's not being taken care of.
Yeah, not
or
eating
who's
right, dirty
Yeah,
stuff,
or
doesn't have
just
the right
like
clothes,
who's being
shoes.
emotionally abused. I mean, like, not just physically. Like, I think about that because as teachers, their hands are tied.
I know, especially
There's
more
so much.
today than ever.
Correct. Number 7, people are most
Manipulative.
manipulable.
Manipulatable.
Yes, thank you. When they're exhausted or lonely.
True.
100%.
So true. You just don't have the energy to deal with it.
Yes, decision-making, boundaries, and skepticism drop sharply when emotional needs aren't met. This is why cults, toxic relationships, and bad choices thrive during vulnerable seasons. And it is very true.
It is.
And for me, it's more
Yeah.
lonely.
I can't even
I
think
don't
about a
know.
decision.
I don't really mind being like, it's okay. It's not that I like being alone. 'Cause I
Right.
don't. And I thought I was okay being alone.
Yeah.
Until
Not
Jake
till you're
died.
forced on it.
And then when Jake died, I was like, oh, I actually don't like being alone.
Yeah.
I actually don't like that.
No, I like having a partner. I like being independent.
Correct. But I do know that when I'm tired, you can almost convince me of a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
that
not to get out, not to go anywhere.
Oh, no, not to go anywhere. But to
anything other than leave.
Well, it's like, okay, for example, we had a friend once, and now, and she might be listening. I don't know. She her and her husband both may be listening. But I will say this:
once a friend,
once was a friend, and still an acquaintance. Like, I would say hi.
I know her name.
Anyways, she was notorious for sending texts at 5 a.m.
Oh, that friend. I thought you were talking about another friend.
No,
okay.
This friend was notorious for sending texts at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
When I'm not a morning
task list.
Correct. I'm not a morning person.
No, you're not.
So don't ask me a question at 5 in the morning
and expect an answer until like 4
Well, here's
p.m.
the deal. No. Don't send me a text message at 5 a.m. and expect me to give you the response you so need
to hear. Yeah.
I'm not going to be soft.
No.
Now, if it's like my sister Erin, she gets up early.
It's different.
She'll send me like a good morning, I love you text.
Yeah.
At like
you
7
can get
o'clock
that
in the
whenever
morning.
you want.
But okay, that's fine. But don't
drop a bomb on me.
Don't drop a bomb on me at 5 a.m. because I'm going to wake up and my brain cells are not going to function.
You're going to take off like a rocket.
Rocket.
You do.
It's like Jamie said the other night. Where were we when Jamie said?
Metro?
No. Was it at Metro?
Or
no.
y'all had a date too?
Me and Jamie and Amy went out on a date. And so it might have been then that she said, just even if, because we were talking about personalities, and she said, well, if you're ever in a heated conversation and Ashton's involved, you don't have to say anything because give it a few minutes and she's going to say exactly what everybody's thinking. And I was like, yeah, you
just let her do it. She feels okay about it.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, that's why everybody hates me, though, because I'm the one who says
You're
what
the one
everybody is thinking.
It. That's right. Nope. I just like to get my popcorn.
Whatever. Sometimes I'm like, anybody got my back here? Is anybody going to say anything?
I do. I have your back right over here.
Yeah. And Jamie's over there like, you're doing great.
Yeah.
And Heather's over there like,
can we all just get along?
No, Heather's over there like,
I'm going to take notes right now.
Well, I actually know more, but I'm going to let her just have this one. I'm going to let her have this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Number 8, the brain remembers how someone made you feel more than what they did.
Yes.
That's why people miss relationships that were objectively bad. Your nervous system misses the emotional pattern, not the person.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
For sure. That's where that loneliness comes in because you'd rather be treated some way than no way.
I just don't I really, maybe I do know as a child and a teenager, I felt that way for
Yeah.
sure. Like
Yeah. There's a hole
for
in your life.
sure
Yeah.
felt that way as a teenager, like
Yeah.
constantly looking for male validation because I
Mhm.
felt like I didn't have that constantly. But what I'm as an adult though with
Yeah.
children, I don't understand
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Me neither.
Your brain, number 9, your brain will protect an identity even if it's hurting you. If you believe I'm the strong one, I'm difficult to love, or I don't need anyone, your brain will subconsciously sabotage anything that threatens that identity.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that is what that is who you are in your head. It's true.
So, what are you in your head?
Happy go lucky. I'm gonna roll with the punches is what I'm gonna do. That's the kind of gal I am. I'm like a motion of the ocean. I mean, it's not like I'm not stressed about it some, but
You
I will go,
100% are
but I
stressed.
am flexible with going along with change. I have to do it in my
Oh,
business all the
no.
time.
I 100%, but I'm
Like,
like, you
I'm definitely stressful.
you
I'm
make
not gonna
me stress when
I
you're
mean,
stressed.
it's true. It's true. And I can definitely go off the deep end on some stress, but I can also reel myself in pretty quickly. So I feel like like for me and Justin, we're in our business. It's like we can tell when we're both not on the same page. Everything's just sort of like nothing's really getting done right and everything. And then when we come together, all of a sudden it's like, okay, yes, this is the magic. But you have to come back to that all the time. So you have to roll yourself in,
Yeah. I
go with the
definitely
flow.
yeah. Okay. Number 10, last but not least,
Mhm.
repeated invalidation can change how the brain processes reality.
Yep.
When feelings are dismissed often enough, the brain starts doubting its own perceptions,
Yeah.
leading to chronic self doubt and people pleasing.
Yep.
A
Oh,
hundred
so
percent. I mean,
true.
this is why we have people. I mean, obviously, I never struggled, and again, this is we all have something we've struggled with.
Hmm.
Always,
Oh, yes.
always.
Yeah.
Even now as adults, I mean, even
Same.
in
Still,
different seasons of adulthood. I mean, there's things I struggled with in my 20s that I don't struggle with now, but struggle with stuff different.
right. Right. No, it's different struggles as you grow.
Well, because I always tell people who are, you know, because unfortunately I work in a field where a lot of young people work.
Hmm.
And, I work with a bunch of 20-year-olds. And I tell
Yeah.
them all the time, I'm like, oh God, like 33
Yeah.
to obviously 38 was the
Yeah.
best years of my life.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Like Jake and I
Yeah.
finally had it together.
Yeah.
Like
Well-oiled
well, and you find
machine. You're an
you don't
adult.
really care what
Yeah.
people think about you. You
Yeah.
don't, and I
But
know,
still young enough to do a lot of
well,
stuff.
and I still feel like I do think that like for some people, because we both do. We have people pleasing personalities
Yeah.
in groups that we're involved in.
Yeah.
Not really in groups that not in our small group.
No, not in our close group.
But even I mean, my daughter, Emma is very people pleasing.
Yeah.
But I feel like as a teenager, that's kind of more
Yeah.
common.
Yeah.
And then you kind of grow out of that as adulthood because you find your worth and you don't you find your
And
people.
you can't make everyone happy.
Well,
You
and you
start
surround yourself with people who wanna be in your life, who we've
Yeah.
talked about this. You find and mold into people. It's just different. Adulthood
Yes,
is just different.
it is.
Teenagers are obviously more people pleasing because
Mhm.
they're trying to fit in, and these
Yeah.
days it's so hard to do.
Yeah.
Aubrey, we know. You are so confident. We know, baby. If I
She's
had
like,
half
"Not me.
if I had
Not me
half
over
your
here.
confidence.
I am not a people pleaser."
No, she's not. She's the complete opposite. She
She
literally,
doing
like
sign language over there,
I'm
full
like,
on sign
first day of
language.
school, the first day of school one year, I get a phone call from the principal that she's done her type it. Don't bring it up. We can't talk about
No,
names.
no details.
Well, because I'm saying you obviously aren't people pleasing because the first day at a new school,
Oh, it's perfectionist. Yeah.
her room states otherwise.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Your room.
perfectionist when it comes to my inner self.
When
Oh,
That's my inner self.
not
Okay.
cleaning and
No.
stuff. Not the hard shit. Not cleaning and stuff. Not the listen, I need to become a perfectionist at cleaning is what I want to be.
Well, but what I mean is like I think as adults, you kind of fade out of that.
Yeah.
But again, I think that's because I
You
try
just
to
want to please the closest to you. You
well,
don't
correct. And I
want
also think that I try to surround myself with people who aren't people
Yes.
pleasing.
Yes.
Because to me, it's slightly annoying.
It creates anxiety.
Well, for me,
'Cause
it
you can't
definitely
help
creates
everyone.
anxiety because
Yeah.
for me, I'm thinking over here like, calm down.
Yeah.
Like it's not the end of the
You can't
world.
do everything.
You cannot.
It's, you
You're
know,
not
like,
going to make everybody happy.
yeah.
Stop stressing about it.
Yeah.
Again, though, I think that is the world we live in, and I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. That's not true at all. Because if we go back to like the 1950s,
Mm-hmm.
where there was no social media,
Mm-hmm.
those women literally were the most people pleasing.
Yeah,
Like they always
were.
had to have their hair done.
Yeah, they did.
They
Just
always
like
had
we
to
talked
make
about the Marvelous
yes,
Mrs.
they
Maisy or
always
whatever.
had to have,
Dang, I
the
still gotta
best
watch that.
casserole. They always had to have the best
Their perfect dress, the newest dress, the Jacqueline Kennedy's
yes. And
dress,
so
the
perfection in adulthood
Yeah.
has definitely been around forever. We know that.
Yes.
The 70s, we were meant for the 70s.
I know.
We were meant for the
Natural,
Woodstock, peace,
dirty in
love,
the woods.
no shaved armpits. That's us. That
Listening
is
to
where
music and hanging
just
out.
naked ladying it.
Naked
as
lady
Jen
in
says,
it.
naked
Yeah.
ladying it.
Painting your boobs and just having
Oh my
some
God.
cute bell bottoms
No,
on.
no, Jen. What kind of world are you living
Well,
in?
I've watched Woodstock. I'm not stupid.
But I do think that, it's sad. It saddens me that when I see people who are so people pleasing in their adulthood,
Yeah.
because that has to be exhausting.
It is. It is. And they're never happy because they can never accomplish what they want, all the way. Or you do it because I do that some, and you push it to, as a procrastinator too, you push it to the limit, to the last minute, and then you're so stressed up to the second that it's done that it's completely unsatisfying. And so that's where the planning has to come in so you can actually enjoy the things that you spend your time on. That's what the thing I'm working on the most this year.
Yeah. And I think that, the problem is like, obviously, and this is when I say this is not a like, oh, poor, nothing Jen and I ever say. And we know we've said this since July.
Yeah.
Nothing we say is, oh, poor, pitiful us. That's not why we say it.
No.
But what I will say is that I do think that, obviously we all struggle with some sort of self doubt,
Yeah.
like self worth, self doubt. We
Yeah.
do struggle with that. We're not full of ourselves. That's not what
Right.
we are. But I do think that as far as people pleasing goes, that it is an unattainable
Yeah.
because because even to me, if you're gonna make one person, there's too many factors because you can't make one person happy without upsetting the other person.
Mm-hmm.
It's like honestly,
Yeah.
like, and I think about people because obviously I I know I'm not the easiest person to get along with. And so like I can imagine that sometimes there's people who don't really want to be around me but there's a
Could be.
mutual ground and it's like I know that person feels like they have to please both people, but it's like how do you pick your poison? How do you pick who you're going to please? I
Yeah.
need a people pleaser to tell me that
Yeah.
because the problem is it's like
It's that you're tortured because
you're
you
tortured.
can't please both
And so
of them.
I think that at that point,
You have to pick sides sometimes. You gotta pick a side.
I mean, we do know that.
You do have to pick a side at some
We know that.
point.
And we've been friends with people who are the 5 a.m. texter.
Yeah. Yeah.
People pleasing to the finest.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
so what I'm saying
and
is
it's
that
sad because wonderful people are people pleasers, but
they are,
they
and
can't
but it's like I feel like
feel fulfilled.
I don't know. I just feel like that at, attribute that
Yeah.
that little
Quality.
that
Yeah.
quality should diminish after 30.
Yeah. Yeah. You can be
I feel like
you can be you.
I feel like after 30, you just have to say, you know what? I don't really care. I'm not going to get involved.
Yeah.
Like,
I earned the right to
I earned
just
the right
be
to
an
not
adult and
please you
not.
anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I have my children who love me and want me to be
And I
happy.
really like you. I really would like to help you. I just
Correct.
can't.
But this is just, and I think that, the one thing I admire, I mean, there are many things I admired about my husband.
Uh-huh.
I mean, many.
Yes.
There's many things I despised about my husband.
Yeah.
We were not perfect at all. However, what I will say about him is that is one thing I admired so much about him. He was never a people pleaser.
Yeah.
He did what was right.
Yeah.
Which
That's my husband too.
Which got us into a lot of arguments because there was no gray area with Jake.
Yeah.
And so it was either black or white. He
Yeah.
never understood the middle ground.
Yeah.
That drove me insane because
Yeah.
I was always like, well, okay, but let's look at the bigger picture here. And he'd be like, there is no bigger picture.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know we've said this on here. I will never forget. There was a woman who was married that I knew, was not close to her, but there was a woman that was married that I knew, and she was having an affair with someone, and her husband was horrible to her. Horrible. Like, horrible. I mean,
Yeah.
she should have left him.
Yeah.
Okay. And I remember when it all came out, Jake being so upset about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I understand why you're upset. However, like, we have to think how miserable she was. And he was like, well, then she should have just left him. I said, I don't think it's as easy as that. Do I think what she did was right? Absolutely not.
Did I want to do it? No.
No, but I do think that,
everybody doesn't do everything perfect.
Correct. And Jake was like, well, she should have just left him. She should have just left her husband. And
true.
I'm like, I agree. But what I'm saying is like, in
It
the
didn't
moment,
happen,
it didn't happen that way. So like, I can't, but it was annoying.
Yeah.
How loyal and not loyal, like how black and white he was.
Yes.
He was very loyal.
Yeah.
Jake was never going to buck the system.
Yeah.
What's right. And so it annoyed me sometimes because I would be like,
there sometimes is a gray.
Because not that I really was a people pleaser, in my 20s, but I did care what people thought about me in my 20s.
Yeah.
And Jake didn't.
Yeah.
He'd be like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care what people think of me.
Yeah.
I don't care if people look at me and think, oh,
yeah,
look at that. He's like, I don't care. And I
that
admired
dude's
that.
crazy.
I admired, well, for marrying me, absolutely. Absolutely. The man was crazy. He earned them stripes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
He's definitely, he just knew who he was, and I think that's important, is to know who you are, because then it's easy to be yourself, know.
I do need to make a statement.
Okay.
And you're going to love this statement.
I can't wait.
So Friday,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to do my own confession.
Oh, I can't wait. Yes. Yes.
It is time.
Yes.
It is time to tell
oh my God.
the
headstone story. I've been waiting. That made my mouth salivate.
Since July to tell the headstone story.
Episode I wanted to tell that story. This is
I knew you would love this.
Oh God, I can't wait.
So if you've sent in a confession, just know yours is coming.
It's just coming.
But
You're in line, but she's gonna cut that line, because this is good.
I have been wanting to tell it the last couple of weeks, but I wanted to hit Jen on the right day with it.
This is so good.
And so the thing is that I have to pull up. I'm going to print off the phone. I got to go back. I got to go back to my text messages and print them off so that I can give y'all the
real story.
With this story, it will be anonymous.
Yes.
Obviously, it happened to me.
Oh, yeah.
But we will never
we won't talk about
hurt another business.
That's
just know that
it's juicy.
It's juicy, but listen, just know that Jake is up there laughing.
He is laughing so hard.
Head off.
He's laughing so hard
when all this occurred.
Yeah, he really did. He really got a good kick out of that.
And the fact that I have very strong men in my life, that my uncles, my Lebo, my brother-in-laws, my everything. They're very protective over me and the kids. Okay. The fact that this man didn't get put in prison or the ground
underground
is really,
it's shocking.
He actually should be thanking me right now.
Yeah, we're going to keep him alive.
We are going to keep him alive.
Although there are people that know who he is. So
yes. and
he's walking on thin ice.
He is. And
well, he didn't walk on that thin ice again after
he did
that
not.
initial
He did not.
stroll.
But just know, guys, so tune in Friday for your very own host, Ashton's listeners' confession.
You are not going to believe this story. It is so unbelievable. I can't.
That's why I have to go back and actually print off the text messages, because I want to give timelines.
Yeah. Timelines are the best. You need to know what time it came. The text
because
came, what
the
time
text, y'all are just gonna die. You're just gonna have to tune in, and
But I'm telling you, you better like, share, subscribe. I mean, we are growing. We're getting more and more. Like YouTube shorts are hitting off and stuff like that. So y'all just keep watching, keep going, sharing. Watch the YouTube shorts. I think
share with your friends. Share with your friends. Subscribe to us.
Yeah.
Everything. And we will see you Friday.
Yeah, we'll see you Friday for the best
confession
ever was. This is the whole reason I wanted to create that day. Oh my God. This is the whole reason for the podcast.
Well, this is why we shouldn't have a podcast.
This is why we shouldn't have a podcast.
Why we can't have a podcast.
Well, this is why
we do.
He wishes we didn't.
Well, only he'll know.
I know, but he'll know too if he hears us.
You
like
know
that.
he's been cringing, probably thinking of this episode's gonna
If he
happen.
knows if he knows we've been let loose. Oh, God.
This is Ashton.
And this is Jen.
And this is why we can't have a podcast.